Alright, everyone. I'm calling it now. The Wii U is the next GameCube. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying this, I'm looking at how the Wii U's doing and the kind of games it's getting, and I look at the competition, and I'm seeing the exact same type of thing that I saw during the PlayStation 2, the Xbox, and the GameCube in most aspects. And you know during that time, you had three fairly capable systems, but you look at the consoles now and you see three capable systems, but the Wii U is really becoming the next GameCube, and it's looking more and more like a GameCube, much faster than I thought it would. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have big third-party publishers essentially ditching the console, and you have well-known franchises that are not even going to make it to the console. Okay, you got Ubisoft, for example. They're pretty much done with mature titles. After Watch Dogs comes out, which the game is going to flop, because let's just face it, who the hell is going to buy Watch Dogs at this point if they haven't bought it already? Look at Activision, for example. They're not completely ditching the console. Their bread and butter for the Wii U at this moment is Skylanders. And what do you know? It's a kid's game, primarily. But they're not going to release Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the Wii U. And the more I look at the Wii U, the more I'm getting aggravated towards Nintendo. And the reason why I'm saying this, okay, is not because I don't like the games they have. Nintendo has some of the best games out there. They really do. Whether you're a big Nintendo fan or not, I think everyone can see that Nintendo consistently, for the most part, about 90% of the time, 95% of the time, they come out with quality, well-produced, well-programmed games. And their biggest hurdle is hardware. Their biggest hurdle is the hardware that they release. And the reason why I say that is because if they design a console that has the horsepower, that has the ease of development as developers want, they can truly be the best seller. If not, pretty much up there with the competition. And the reason why I say that is because I think most people would agree that they'd rather have one system that plays the games they want. The Wii U is not that system, unfortunately. And yes, I know, before these consoles came out, I says like the thing I was hoping for, or at least in my mind I was hoping for, was have the Wii U as my only home console, and whatever other games that do come out that isn't on the Wii U, I would use, at least at the time I was saying the PC. But I decided to get a PS4. Most of my friends are on PlayStation anyway, but the reason why I got the Wii U is because, alright, I'm going to get the Nintendo games, and the system is powerful enough that I can get those third-party AAA games. Well, the third parties aren't going to be releasing those AAA games on the Wii U anymore. So, what does Nintendo do at this point? Well, they certainly cannot pull a Sega. Okay, they're not going to ditch the console right now because it would truly destroy the company. the thing that Nintendo needs to do is essentially ride this out for maybe like another 3 years at minimum. You know, announce a new console at E3 2016. It's like, we have a new console. Yes, we'll admit we kind of screwed up on the Wii U. And, you know, we talked to everyone. And this new console, new architecture, PC architecture, stupidly easy to develop for. Oh, by the way, we're also having a new handheld coming out this year too. So, if Nintendo releases, you know, a new console, 2016 would be a good year. You know, it would be a good year to announce a new console and a new handheld. Okay? I think Nintendo's next systems, and there are facts to back this up, but I think Nintendo's next wave of systems is going to be a unified system. Okay, it better be a unified system at this point. I mean, if they come out and say, oh, they're going to be, you know, same hardware, but you're going to have to buy games for one system, then rebuy the same game on the portable system if you want to take it with you. It's like, no. Okay, take a page out of Sony and do this cross-buy thing for both systems. Hell, every single game that comes out for the console or comes out for the handheld needs to be compatible on both systems. How fucking awesome would this be? Is that you buy if you're strictly just a handheld player, you got the handheld choice that Nintendo will offer. All the games that comes out for it is also compatible on the home console. I'm one of those people that do enjoy playing console games, and those games that are compatible, that's cross-buy on the Vita, I have those games on the Vita also. Why? Because I want to continue playing those games. Now, I'm not saying every single game has to work on the handheld system, but they have to be technically possible on both systems. So that's really what I'm trying to get at here, is that Nintendo, I'm going to give you some free advice here. I'm not asking you to give me money or to pay me to give you advice. This is what you need to do to demolish the competition. Okay? And to everyone out there that says, oh, they should just go third party, you know, just ditch the hardware business, just develop games, you know, third party. They can't do that, okay? Look at what happened with Sega, for example. The reason why Sega failed as a hardware manufacturer is because they did not commit to the hardware, okay? Even if you release a bad piece of hardware, you need to stay committed to that system for at least a minimum of 4 to 5 years, okay? And I bet Nintendo is realizing. Actually, you know, I don't think. I hope Nintendo realizes that they fucked up on the Wii U. I really hope they do. Because I look at the Wii U, I look at it, I'm actually looking at my console right now, and I'm looking at it, it's like, Nintendo had so much fucking potential out of this system. They really did. And they fucked it up. How did they screw this up? I'm not gonna say that the timing was wrong, but I think first and foremost, they released the system too early. They really did. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I did not pick up the Wii U at launch. I looked at the launch libraries like, these are mainly ports from other systems. If someone already has a 360 and a PS3 or PS3, and then look at the launch lineup for the Wii U, it's like, oh, it's just like a Nintendo game here and there, but most of the games are ports from other systems. It's like, why am I going to pick up a Wii U when most of the games that are going to be coming out for it, I can get it for 360 or PS3? And Nintendo, I'm not saying the Wii U is the next Virtual Boy. No. I don't see the Wii U as the next Virtual Boy, that's for sure. The Virtual Boy was just a complete, utter failure. But the Wii U, I look at the Wii U as the new GameCube. And maybe the way Nintendo has announced the next Smash Brothers, so that you can use GameCube controllers. Like, look, we're going to release a GameCube adapter so you can use your GameCube controllers. Maybe that's just their way of saying, hey, we see the Wii U as the next GameCube. So, what we're going to do is just release good first-party games and, you know, just have at it. And when the next console comes out, we're going to make sure that the next console is essentially the next Wii in some aspects. But I really hope that Nintendo is seeing this and thinking it's like, crap, we really fucked up here. But we have to ride this out. And hopefully, when Nintendo releases a new console, the successor to the Wii U, that they are going to fix the problems that they screwed up. And you know what? Look at what happened with the PS3, for example. When the PS3 launched, people were saying, oh my god, this thing is grossly over expensive, it's hard to develop for. I don't know how Sony is... They should just drop out. I mean, people were even saying that Sony needs to drop out of the hardware business because they screwed up so badly with the PS3. They managed to turn around 3-4 years later. The PS3 really didn't start getting really successful until later in its life. So, but what Nintendo seriously needs to do is look at the mistakes they did with the Wii U and not do them on the successor. If they can do that, their next console will be a big hit. Because let's just face it, I think most people would agree that they'd rather have one system that plays the Nintendo games and the third-party games. If they can do that, they will not have competition. Now, I'm not saying being a monopoly is good, but, you know, for Nintendo's sake, they seriously need to reevaluate what the hell they're doing. I mean, let's put in this perspective here, for example. Look at the Japanese market. The Japanese market is not really as focused on home consoles as they used to. In other parts of the country, they're going to be more focused towards the home consoles. The American market, the Canadian market, the European market is still pretty console focused territories. But you got other territories that are starting to prop up now. You know, like the Chinese market. You know, there are other markets out there. But when Nintendo's designing their next console, they need to focus more on those types of territories, not Japanese people thinking what Japanese people want, because they obviously don't want a home console. If Nintendo wants to continue to produce a home console, they need to look at, alright, the American market is a prime example. What the hell do they want? They want good online play, they want multimedia function, and they want a powerful home console that can play all these third-party games that you can pretty much get on the PC. The Wii U is not that system, and I really, really wish it was. But what are your thoughts on this? Leave those comments down below, like this video, share it, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I really appreciate it. So that's it. Like always, have a good one.